Dreamscape presents Stage Fright by Edgar J. Hyde. Narrated by Rachel L. Jacobs. Chapter 1. I'll take that. The witch's gnarled and twisted hands grasped the stick firmly and stirred the contents of the cauldron. She was the eldest, and also the most ugly of the three. Her huge, hooked nose stopped just short of touching her top lip, and when she spoke, you could see that the few remaining teeth she had were blackened and broken with age. She had lost an eye years before in a battle with a winter witch, but rather than wear an eye patch, she simply left the empty socket exposed, black and gruesome. She began to mumble as she continued stirring. The freshly cut tail of a gerbil, the liver of a brand new puppy, the heart of a newborn lamb. She cackled and looked at her two sisters. So far, so good, she said as her mouth twisted into what was more of an ugly grimace than a smile. Fetch me the spell book, one of you, quickly, so that I can see what other ingredients we need. The witch nearest her went to fetch the book, her huge black dress rustling as she did. Like the others, she was dressed entirely in black from the top of her pointed hat to the tip of her large feet, which were clad in huge black buckled shoes. As with most witches, she had an abundance of warts scattered all over her face, the largest of which hung from the tip of her nose. Unlike her other sisters, though, her eyes were not small and beady. They were a piercing silver, and they glinted dangerously as she looked around for the misplaced spellbook. Over there, said the third sister, pointing as she spoke. But it was not a finger she pointed with, for this sister also had fought a hard battle with the same winter witch years ago and lost, forfeiting her right hand and part of her arm in the process. Her hand and arm were now made of strong metal, and though at first the witch had felt disadvantaged, she was now able to accomplish most tasks better than ever before. She had been able to slit the young pup's tummy, for example, without even having to use a knife. And
Sample complete. Ready to continue?